excited. And our first one is from the London District Labour Council, Patti Daulton.
I am so proud to speak to you today in support of those students, and I'm grateful and proud to stand with Occupy London, and thank you for organizing this rally today. Woo! Bill 78, another piece of oppression. Has that ever backfired on the charade government? Absolutely. Instead of being a deterrent to the Quebec students, their numbers have swelled and grown and grown. And I see a lot of people with the pots and pans here today. And it's just been absolutely incredible what's happened. They want to destroy social and labor rights, and they're attacking democracy. This is so dangerous. We have to stand up. We have to fight back. We have to work in solidarity with the Quebec student movement. We must defend the right to protest and send a clear message to the cops who are here today.
Right on. I should have worn red, but
Our own Bailey Dawn.
The movement began in February when the Quebec government announced that tuition fees would be increasing by 75%, I believe, in the next 5 years. They want to sacrifice education. They want to sacrifice students and their education to benefit the rich.
Shame!
Shame! The movement has also not backed down in the face of police brutality, despite concussion grenades, tear gas, and pepper spray being used on protesters, as well as innocent bystanders. Most importantly, this movement is not just for the radicals. People of many different political backgrounds are participating in demonstrations and showing their solidarity. My friends, the people of Quebec are not afraid to stand up to those in power, and neither should we. As a student, I want to see this happen here. We need to set up an organization similar to Classe A, and we need to bring radicals and reformists together for a common goal. Education is a right. It should be free and not a debt sentence. Let's learn from our comrades in Quebec, empower ourselves and each other, and take the struggle into our own hands.
Next, from Occupy London, Brent Cornwall.
Like Bailey, I was also in Quebec City a week and a half ago. In Montreal, sorry, in support of the Quebec student movement. Right from the start of these rallies, the police are right up in people's faces. They're coming up and trying to stop the rallies, trying to intimidate people. But the marches don't let the police do that. They go on, they're very peaceful, they're very joyous. And that's something that the media isn't showing to this point. The media is depicting them as riots right off the very start. There's so much destruction. But the destruction is so minimal. And these people will not let the police stop them. They keep going. When the riot police show up, they show defiance to it and move on. But the police do whatever they can to slow it down, to break it up. They will throw tear gas, pepper spray, concussion grenades, and as soon as people stand up to that and will not let that let them slow them down, the police move in and attack them with batons and shields.
Shame!
Shame! And we are also there for Bill 78. Like Bailey said, they're using it to quell the student protests. Not only is it massive amounts of fines for anybody that shows up to one of these demonstrations, somewhere in the range of $1,000 they start off. If you're a member of these student unions, you get a $25,000 fine. The student union itself can be fined $125,000 for participating in these demonstrations. So they're trying to bankrupt these student unions with this bill. Montreal recently also put in a bill for a mask law, where anytime you even have a mask or something that could resemble a mask on you, you could be fined for about $1,000. Sorry? Yeah, bandanas, anything that would be a mask, they will fine you. If you don't even have to be wearing it, but it's in your pocket, they will charge you. And just, I guess, going from that there, the police brutality in the situations in terms of how they pin people up, was something that we seen at G20 with the kettling incidents. People would just be walking down the streets trying to get to their house, and police would show up in vans. 10, 8 vans would fly into the middle of a protest, honking their horns, not worrying about if they're running people over or not. Jump out of the van, start beating people, and then pin them against buildings to arrest them. We noticed this happen in 4 or 5 places in Montreal. And I guess it's kind of a scary situation. You could just be standing there and holding up a little piece of red felt, and police will come and arrest you there. And that is shameful. It should not be happening in this country. And as a student, the students there, we do pay a lot more tuition in Ontario, and people use that. But these little red squares don't represent how much tuition they're paying. It's how much debt they're taking on. And it's a fight against debt. It's a fight against austerity. Make it free across, like it is across Europe.
Sister Patti spoke earlier about the fact that the assault on public education is an assault on newcomers to this country. It's an assault on labor. What she didn't mention is it's an assault on women. Okay, so I'm here today to talk to you about how assaults on education are an assault on women. So first of all, when I was asked to speak here, I thought about 2 things. The first thing was what it means to be a woman and to protest, and how important protest has been in the history of our lives in this country. Without protest, there would be no women lawyers. There would be no women jurors. Without protest, we wouldn't have control over our own bodies. Okay? How our rights were established, we wouldn't be allowed to fucking vote without protest. So that's what it means to be a woman in this country and to embrace protest. It is important to who we are and the rights and freedoms that we get in this country that are being attacked every day by those fucking conservatives. Alright? The second thing I started to think about is what it means to be a woman. I'm a student, I'm also a labor activist. What it means to be a woman going to university in this country. Okay? And for me, what it means is entering a culture of machismo attitudes. It's disgusting. A culture where I'm at the most risk in my life for sexual assault. A culture where my female professors are called Miss and are rated on is she hot or not. Where my male professors are called Professor such and such. Alright? A place where professors, female professors make up less than 10% of the full-time staff.
Shame!
Alright? That is the culture. A culture where when I leave, I will make less than 70 cents to the dollar of my male educated counterpart. A culture where if I'm in some sort of professional program, such as engineering or any maths or science, it is unlikely that I will get a job despite my education unless I hide the fact that I'm a woman on my resume. Alright, that's a fact. I have female colleagues who applied for months without a call back until they took their names off their resumes. That's a shame.
Shame!
We're talking about, it's just on and on. So why is this an assault on women? And or more importantly, why do women go to university despite these facts, right? We go to university because it is our opportunity to educate ourselves. We fought, we protested for our right to educate ourselves. We want to be educated, we deserve to be educated. All right, we are not educated, we have access to more resources. The reality is, women make up the largest demographic living below the poverty line. Rising in cost of education makes it inaccessible to us. I had to drop down to part-time status to avoid debt because I had 3 part-time jobs to maintain the raising tuition costs in this province. That's a fucking shame. So, what I want to say is, yes, free tuition is a must. If we have any kind of idea about gender equality, class equality, race equality, then we cannot have skyrocketing tuition. I don't care how we compare to other countries. That doesn't matter. What matters is the rate that people are living at today and the fact that people in my age, people in my gender, don't have a fucking future except for a goddamn death sentence. That is not acceptable. That is a goddamn shame. We are here today to bang our pots and pans. This is the first of many rallies that we will be having here to banging our pots and pans, getting people involved. The city needs to get involved. The city thinks that it can outlaw protests and marches? Shame! Shame!
Thanks, Holly. Maybe to talk a little more about the local law, we'll have Shepperd from Occupy London come up.
For coming!
Thank you!
This is wonderful to see. I too was in Montreal last weekend and participated in a march of over 10,000 people. I cannot describe to you what it is like to be in a march of 10,000 people. The energy, the cheering, the chanting, the spirit of it all. It was truly magical. The Quebec government on that weekend passed Bill 78, effectively criminalizing protest. The free assembly of the people guaranteed by the Canadian Charter of Rights.
Long live the Charter!
Woo! Indeed. Is criminalized by this bill. The bill cannot stand. The people will stand against it, and they do stand against it. After the bill was passed, more people showed up to protests. They continue to show up to protests. They bring their pots and pans and their red squares, and they march through the streets and demonstrate that they will not be suppressed. Their right to free expression will not be taken away from them. And we too have a right to freedom of expression and freedom of assembly. We assemble here freely as Canadian citizens in this park to demonstrate. We should have this right. We do have this right. But even here in London, we are in danger. Recently was passed by our City Council the Public Nuisance Bylaw. While good intentioned, it can be dangerous. It can be misused. There it is right there. It has the danger in the wording of the bylaw to outlaw protests such as these, marches on our city streets. We cannot stand for this either. We cannot allow our local government to abuse its power like this. We cannot allow our local police force, supposed to be protectors of the public order, to suppress us. We will not be suppressed.
That's right.
And so I challenge to you, come out next week. Do this again. Bring your red squares, bring your pots and pans, bring your friends, bring your families, bring everyone you know. We the people are the government of Canada. We're in charge here. Not them, not them, we. We can make a difference in this world if we stand together and make our voices heard. Again, thank you.
Just to make sure everybody caught that, we're going to come back again next week, only we're going to have a discussion here in the park at 6, and then gather for another rally at about 8, which is sort of the traditional time around this whole idea. To close things off, we're going to have Eileen from the Teachers Assistants Union talk.
One of the rhythms that everyone beats out on their pots and pans when they're marching in the streets of Montreal is this. Can you do it? I'm going to tell you in French, then I'm going to tell you what it means if you don't know. It goes like this. La station, on son calice. La station, on son calice. Now what this chant basically means is that the special law Bill 78 is bullshit. I want to direct your attention to exactly how that's worded. Now, calice is a particularly Quebecois swear, okay? It derives from a relationship with the Catholic Church in Quebec from back in the Quiet Revolution. In the 60s in Quebec, the Catholic Church underwrote the legitimacy of the state to engage in a lot of repressive practices. And one of the ways that the people popularly revolted against that was by taking sacred words from the Catholic Church, like calice, like tabernacle, and making them into swear words. When they say calice, it means the chalice. And when you call that bullshit, what you're doing is undermining the legitimacy of that to be a symbol of authority. People in Montreal are chanting Ensemble Kalis is they're invoking the same sentiment. The special law has no authority over the people. That is illegitimate. That law is illegitimate because the state claims that it takes its authority from the popular will of the people. This law demonstrates that it does not. This protest started out as a protest against tuition hikes, but it has spread out into a wider field, and that is a protest against an austerity agenda that is being imposed by the state on the people. And this agenda is one that siphons off our resources from us, derives them, and gives them over to the state, which is now deploying them in ways to repress us as people. I'm talking about super jails. I'm talking about the fact that unemployment insurance has been drastically cut. I'm talking about the fact that refugees who land in Canada will, as of June 1st, no longer be eligible for health care. If you're a refugee and you're in Canada and you're sick, you can go and die. Is that the sort of thing that we think that our state should be doing to people? Do we think that's legitimate? No! It's bullshit! So I think we should all remind ourselves and remind the people around us that actually we are the state. The state doesn't fucking own us. We tell them what to do.
Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're going to be on Richmond and Dundas, just peacefully on the sidewalk, and we're going to be there with our pots and pans, and we're going to welcome you.
democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Don't make eye contact.
Don't touch me. Move on the sidewalk. Stop pushing me.
You're pushing her.
Move over. Move over.
I'm videotaping. No, I'm not.
Curtis, move on the sidewalk.
No. I'm not obstructing traffic. You're obstructing traffic.
Move on the sidewalk.
You're obstructing
I'm a
traffic.
police officer in my lawful execution, my duty, telling you to move off the sidewalk.
You're following an unlawful order.
Curtis Nixon, move on the sidewalk.
What is your badge number, Officer Burke?
Move on the sidewalk.
My name is not Curtis
Nixon. My name is Curtis and my family name is Nixon. And I do not recognize any unlawful order that you are giving. I do not recognize the unlawful order that you are trying to give me right now. Nope.
Democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. You've been wrong several times, Curtis. Listen, we want the road and maybe cars. Yeah, Curtis.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We're leaders! We have to be here, don't you know?
Solidarity! 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 Solidarity!
I might get arrested today.
Take it easy.
Oh, I know. I'm not even gonna pay attention to them anymore. I'm not gonna say shit to them. Yeah, fuck them. Get in charge with the French afterwards. We'll walk down the roadway, okay? That's awesome. I can't wait. Legitimate protest is not illegal.
Occupy the fucking intersection!
sidewalk when you're done.
Hey, Mr. Burke, threats get you nowhere. Fucking pig. He's officer occupied. Yeah.
Solidarity!
But thanks for helping us.
Yeah, well, we'll just get for your safety. We're asking you to stick to the sidewalk. That's why we're here. Thank you. Interfering with traffic.
I think it's for a just cause, though.
I don't know, I can't hear what this guy's saying. He's bagging pots. I don't know what this guy's saying. I don't know. Je ne sais pas.
Education should be free, not a commodity. Education should be free, not a commodity.
Yeah. You sound like a broken record! Broken record!
Constipation.
Yeah, I know. Broken record! Broken record! Broken record! Broken record! Broken record! Broken record! Again, broken record. Officer Burke has a broken record. I know. I think Officer Burke has a broken record in his head. Oh man, I'm totally gonna make that into a music video. That'd be great.
Come on!
How is that possible? Talk!
Hey, leave her alone for fuck's sake!
Legitimate protest is not a crime. Legitimate dissent is not a crime. Thank you for criminalizing dissent. Thank you for breaking the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Hey, I'm fucking back! Fucking pigs!
We've got you on tape.
Hey, go around and make some more arrests.
FTP! Wow!
Good job, guys. Thanks for keeping us
Obstruction probably because he ran into her.
Get on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Get a roof with it. Get on the sidewalk.
So what do you think about today's events there, Mike?
It seems to be happening everywhere, any type of dissent whatsoever, and it meets with force and violence from the police. So good luck trying to publicly assemble in your city. Do it though.